Hello, it's today. I don't know what day it is. So with this lockdown and everything what's going on, all the days just merge into one. When I was working, we were asked to reduce our working week to 4 days. So the weekends got longer, the working week got shorter. And they just, because you're working from home, the days just merged into each other. The only time I knew I was working was when the alarm went off. The time I knew I wasn't working was when the alarm didn't go off. So, yeah, that's how it should be, I think. I feel you shouldn't have constraints when you should and when you shouldn't work, which is a lot to do with what day of the week it is, what time it is, or, well, you have to be dedicated to an extent, so it needs to be done in a timely manner. But, well, welcome to today. And as you can see, there's nobody around again. Well, apart from dog walkers, because it's a bit dreary, hence the coat. So, I was wondering what we're going to talk about today. Well, I was going to do a video on. I wasn't going to do a video every day. It just takes too much time. But I've made up a schedule of things I want to do every day. It's self-development, a walk, meditation, everything I want to do, everything I plan to do, I've got in a schedule. If I keep to it, fantastic. It's really good. If I don't keep to it, if other things come up, then other things come up, that's life. I've got tomorrow. So I was wondering what I was going to talk about, and come on, it's cold, it's raining, and there are people still walking around. Oh, hang on, so am I. So I was wondering what to say, what to talk about. I do a card reading for a friend every morning, and the more I'm doing the readings, the more accurate they're coming. Could be because I'm getting to know her more. Could be because I'm connecting more. Could be a number of reasons. I was thinking about what if I did a card reading for a video. That was one of the intentions. Eventually I would do card readings. I would do, I don't know, anything, lots of things. So I pulled a card this morning, and strangely the card was answer your call. Answer your call. Could mean a lot of things. Everyone is drawn to do something, whether it's because you receive a letter, because you talk to someone, they said, oh, you must do. It's how you perceive your calling, how you answer your calling. For me, my calling is to help people, to give and heal. Healing can be taken many ways. It could be, I had a chat with someone, they had a problem, I had a chat with them, I changed their perspective on what the issue was, how they're feeling about it, what their emotion implied about what they were feeling, how they were thinking, and possibly change their perspective to look at it a different way. And that gives a different outlook on what the issue is, what the strange word issue, gives a different outlook on what they perceived to be wrong at that time. So, answer your call. My call is to help people. And I've done that. I've done that in several ways. I've taken people into my house. I talk to people. I advise people. I've participated in healing, spiritual healings. And it's raining. My phone keeps going off. I am participating in the 21 Days of Abundance scheme. Scheme? Wrong word. But it would do. Where we're given tasks every day to create abundance, to bring abundance into our lives. I understand in a week or so's time I'm to create a group of people and share this knowledge on. It's going to be fun. So answer your call. What are you called to do? You will get a calling, you will get a niggle in your stomach, you will feel something's not quite right, and you feel that you should be doing something, you should be going somewhere. And the more you don't do it, the more you put it off, the more you will get that feeling, that want to do something, go somewhere, help someone. And it's interesting how your mind fights with your heart. Your heart will want to help, your heart will want to be considerate, want to care, and your mind will look at, oh, don't like them, don't want to go there, don't want to do that. So once you convince your mind, is that the right phrase? Once you have settled your mind, you've thought about why you feel this way, why you want to help them. Think of the outcome. Think of how it will help you, because your calling, in the end, the outcome is to benefit you, is to evolve you, to give you happiness. So the calling is to provide happiness, to provide a feeling of peace within you. I can hear voices behind me. Maybe not. Oh, no one behind me. You will always feel, as long as you don't answer what you're supposed to be doing, what your journey is, you always feel there's something missing, something lacking. I've come to the conclusion a while ago that I make my own world. I have I determine what the outcome of my actions are. And it's interesting. It's interesting to see how life rolls out. I foresaw that I would be unemployed. I saw this in October last year, even to the date. And whatever I did, it happened. It still happened. which is I still don't believe it. I still don't. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen deep down. I felt it with every part of my body. But because of circumstances, I tried to change it. I tried to extend it so we would be out of this lockdown before I left the job I was in. But whatever I did, the outcome still remained. I still left on that day. I still left how I intended to. I can't say much more because of what it entails. But I have a strong belief that we all determine our life, our path, what we do, where we go, how we do it. And we have free will. So we can at some point say, no, I'm going to do this today. Whatever you do, it was predetermined. It was already in your path. Although you don't know it, although you've only just come to the conclusion that this is what I'm going to do today. You already had that soul contract, you already had that path already defined. The people you meet in your life, you might think, oh my god, I decided to do this today, and because I did this happened, and because of that happened, something else happened, and it resulted in this. Well, yeah, it did. But you determined that before you came into existence. You determine your families, your friends, where you're going to live, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. And whatever happens, whatever path you take, whatever gets thrown in your way, the outcome is always going to be how you determined, how you defined it. So I strongly believe that what I was supposed to do, what I intended to do, is what I'm going to do. Rephrase that any way you want. It still means I will end up doing what I was going to do before I thought about doing it. Which is interesting to get your head around. I listened to Abraham Hicks, and what he says, or what they say, I keep being corrected, it's they, it's not he or she, it's an entity being channeled through a person, and they answer questions, and the concepts for some people are beyond reach. They don't understand, they can't accept what they are saying, which is fine. It's okay. If you're open enough, then you'll see and understand and believe what they're saying. Not everyone is, not everyone will be, and that's fine. That's perfectly okay. If you are open enough and you hear what they are saying, it's at that moment in time, it transfers your mind, it changes your mind, your perception. And even although I'm in the middle of nowhere, I'm in a car park, but still in the middle of nowhere, I get people walking right past me, right next to me. Why? So, yeah, you get people who your mind changes, your outlook changes, your perception on things around you change. You can see what people are doing, and you can see what is motivating them to do that. And when you ask them, it's, I don't know, just felt like it. Don't know. It just went that way. Well, yeah, it did. You're right. It did go that way. And it went that way because your inner mind, your inner child, your other self, your higher self, your unconscious self, your when you sleep, people say, "Oh, you got an unconscious mind," which is giving you dreams. Which is, yeah, they're right. You do have an unconscious mind. You take in millions of bits of data every day. Every hair on your body will tell you if there's wind blowing. Every inch, every millimeter, every cell on your body is giving your brain information of what's happening with it. If it's hot, if it's cold, if it's feeling something, a touch, the wind, the breeze, anything. And your unconscious mind is determining whether your conscious mind is in need to be aware of it. If you need to know that the wind's blowing, if you need to know that one particular cell is really hot but all the others are cold, if you need to know the status of, if one particular cell gets moisture, if it's wet. A good demonstration of this is if you get a pencil and you point and you put it across your arm, different points on your arm. Some points will feel much colder than the other points. It's because that cell is more receptive, more responsive, telling your brain to accept, feel that this is the information it's needing to pass on. So you get millions of bits of information given to you anytime, and your unconscious self filters it out, changes it, gives it to your conscious self to analyze and for you to respond and take action on if you need to. Your conscious self will determine whether that what your unconscious mind is telling it is valid for an action. If it's raining, whether to run. If you're in a good description was, if your chair is on fire, you need to get off it quickly. But if the heater's on, you don't. If you're feeling heat from a heater, you just feel the heat from a heater. It feels nice. Doesn't necessarily need any action. So, where was I going with this? I have no idea. I've just lost all threads of what I'm talking about and where I'm going. And it's raining, and it's raining more than it was just now. And I'm a good 15-20 minutes walk from home. And there's rabbits over there, although this camera won't pick them up. So what it boils down to is, what it comes to is answer your call. If you feel you should be doing something, do it. Don't think about it. Your mind will always overthink. It will always try to persuade you that it's the better way, it's better in the way someone else has told you to do it, or it will want you to do it for reward, for pride. That's not what it's about. Your inner self, your heart, your body is calling you to do something for a reason, and it's not for pride. It's something you must do. It's something you have to do. And if you don't do it, then it will get bigger and bigger, and you'll find things happening around you which are making it more impossible not to do it. But you have to be open to these. You have to be open to what is happening around you, your surroundings, how you feel. If you feel a chill on the back of your leg, if you feel an ache in a joint which you don't usually feel, it's all indications that you need to do something. And the more you're aware of how your body is feeling normally, the more you become aware of if something's not feeling quite right, if something's a little bit out of alignment. And everything will mean something. If you think of reflexology, someone playing with your feet, they can tell by crystalline lumps and tightness in the muscles in your foot where there's a problem in your body and what the problem is. If you get a really good therapist, they can tell you exactly what the problem is and they can advise you on what you need to do to fix it. And that's by touching your feet. And I think that's amazing. That's just, how can they do that? How on earth can they do that? But yeah. Right. These videos are getting longer and longer. Oh. What I would like you to do is comment on this video, on all the videos I do. I'm getting some fantastic comments through. Some are private comments, so I'm trying to find a way to add them to my video to see what people are saying, to share what people are saying. But add a comment. Let me know what you think. Even if you think what I'm saying is rubbish. It's interesting because everyone takes their own path, their own opinion on what people say. So I would love to know if this resonates with you, if this has given you a different perspective, changed your mind or changed the way of thinking. Because we've all got a path to follow. We've all made decisions in the past which have caused what we were doing now to happen. Whether you think it's good or bad, you're here. Hopefully you're enjoying life. But it's all because of the path you're following. And the more open you are to following your call, the easier following your path will be. Be it getting a new job, be it getting money, be it accepting what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it. It's interesting. I find it fascinating, and that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing these videos. That's why I'm doing the NLP course. That's why I'm looking into holistic therapies, because I want to help people. I want to travel around the world, helping people, giving what I can where I can. I've always looked up to people who do that. I might not show my support, but it's there. I've always admired people who have the time, who have the ability to do what they do. And now it's my time. Now it's my chance. So I'm training up as much as I can. I'm learning as much as I can, so I can provide as much as I can. I'm going to live in a van as much as I can, so I can travel around and help people and do things do things which other people have inspired me to do. Right, this is going to be a very long video, so I'm going to say thank you for watching. Be safe. See you next time.